Dear ladies and gentlemen, dear participants, welcome to the second day of our 5th EGN Digital Forum, PAPUC Special Edition. Hope that yesterday was educational for you, interesting for you, and also fun. And we also do hope that today we will exceed your expectations. You know that this forum is digital, so first of all, let's go through some technical details. You do all hear me and you do see me, right? I'm waving. Okay, start waving. You're even more beautiful this morning than yesterday, I must admit. Okay, thank you so much. Please do turn off your microphones, and if you'll be having any kinds of questions or comments, send your comment in the chat form in the Zoom application. So, as I said, let's exceed your expectations. So why don't we start our forum today a little bit differently? I know that you all sit most of the time, in front of your laptop, in front of your, I don't know, TV, maybe in car, you're scrolling down the social media, everything hurts, the back hurts, the neck, everything. So why don't we try to start our working day with some exercises? So live from Jankovac Lake right now, Nella is waiting for me, and let's check out the video. Gym, office exercise.
Hi, my name is Nella. I'm a coach at Body Art in Požega, and today we're here at beautiful Jankovac. A sedentary lifestyle and the lack of physical activity has become one of the biggest risk factors for spinal, wrist, and muscle issues, but also some more severe diseases. Physical activity is a necessity. However, nowadays it seems like sitting down has become a way of life. We sit down while having breakfast, we sit down while driving to work, while working, and even while relaxing in front of the television. So be sure to check your posture. Check if the height of the table is the right height for you. Also, invest in a quality chair so it can help for you to sit up straight. While you're working, you should make sure that you get up, maybe go for a walk or stretch at least once or twice during 1 hour. And every 2 to 3 hours, try to do the exercises we prepared for you today. We prepared a couple of exercises for you that you can do on a daily basis, especially while working, sitting down, etc. So it's going to be really easy. Anyone can do it. It only takes a couple of minutes, so let's start together. Well, we are going to be in a sitting position. And first of all, important, check your posture. Back straight, eyes forward, sit down nicely, and let's start. We're going to start with something really easy. So breathing exercises. We're basically going to inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. So we're going to do it for 5 times. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Excellent. Now something also simple. We're going to push our body forward and bring it back up again. So forward, inhale, up, exhale. One more time, exhale. Inhale, and back again. Good. Next, similar, but now we're going to move to one side and the other. So back straight, and let's start. To the right, inhale, back, exhale. Good. Same on the other side. Inhale. Excellent. Next, we're going to do something called hallelujah. So we're going to bring our arms up and exhale. So let's do it. Down, down again, and one more time. Good. Shoulders. So basically, all we're going to do is rotate our shoulders to the front, breathe normally, watch your posture again, and to the back. A couple of times each side. Okay, next is a really easy one, but trust me, you're gonna feel it in your arms. Stretch your arms, and now we're going to squeeze our fists and then let go. A couple of times, squeeze, let go. Good. Okay, now back to the fingers. We're going to place them on our belly button. Push the belly inwards and exhale. So a couple of times. Good, excellent. Moving on to our legs. First, something really simple. So you're basically going to march in place. So just lift your foot off the ground, one and the other. Couple of times, each foot up and down. One more. Good. Now, quads. Okay, we're basically going to stretch our leg upwards and bring it back again. As you stretch it upwards, exhale. And one more time. Good. Now the other leg. Exhale, inhale. Good. Calves, next. So your toes are going to be on the floor, but we are going to raise our heels up and down. And as you raise them up, you're going to exhale, because that's where the muscle is under tension. So inhale. Good. Now, make sure you sit straight. We are going to stretch both of our legs and pull the toes towards the body. So, couple of times, pull them towards the body and exhale. Excellent. Now, we are going to use our whole leg. We're going to do a lunge on the side. So, put the whole leg on the side and exhale while you bring it back front. And same with the other leg. Good. Now moving on to our chest. So we are going to bring our upper arms parallel to the floor and imagine like you're opening a cupboard late at night looking for a snack. So this is a chest exercise. As we open the chest, we inhale, closing the chest, exhale. Good. Now, something very important, especially for the ladies, you know, there's sags underneath your arms, the flags. We don't want that. So let's take care of that. We're going to place our hands on the chair, and using them, we're going to lift our body upwards. So lift the whole body up, stretch your hands, your arms, and make sure you exhale at the top. If your chair has handles on it, it's even better to do the exercise. You can place the hands on the handles and then raise your whole body. Okay, we're almost at the end of our road. We are going to do something for the whole body. We're actually going to get up from the chair. So we're going to do a box squat, like lifting our body, and we're going to do a stretch with our hands, exhaling at the top. Now sitting back on the chair, inhale, up again, and back. One more time. And back again. Good. Okay, well, actually, that's all when it comes to our exercises. We are going to do a little bit of breathing as we did at the beginning of our session. So let's do the inhale, exhale exercise. So inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Let's do it. Good. We're done for today. I hope you had fun as much as I did. As you can see, these are really simple exercises you can do basically anywhere and any time of the day. Do it for you, for your health, and be sure to visit this beautiful young class here, because trust me, it's worth it.
And thank you, Nela, for this very, very good workout. You must admit this is a good way to start your working day. Okay, right now let's proceed with the program. Let me introduce you 10 employees of Geopark Papuk. Okay, we asked them a question and they had to answer. Why do I like Papuk? Let's check out the video.
Why do I like Papuk? Because you can give a hug to a half-millennial tree.
Why do I like Papuk? I like Papuk because of extreme adrenaline experience in nature.
Why do I like Papuk? I like Papuk because it reminds me of unbreakable bond between people and nature, and because of this view.
Why do I like Papuk? Because of well-known culture heritage.
I love Papuk because Papuk is the mountain with highest geodiversity in Croatia.
Why I like Papuk? I like Papuk because it provides great opportunities for sustainable development of local community.
Why do I like Papuk? I like Papuk because small endemic snails, Graciana papukensis and Graciana slavonica, live in its cold spring waters.
Volim Papuk zbog drhtavih šišmiša koji spokojno spavaju svoj zimski san u podzemlju u više od 100 naših speleoloških objekata.
Zašto volim Papuk? Papuk volim zbog iznimne ljepote i raznolikosti biljnog i životinjskog svijeta.
Why do I like Papuk? I like Papuk because I can ride bike through preserved forests that lead me to beautiful lookout points.
That's why I like Papuk.
Wow, now I like Papuk even more. Don't you agree with me? Definitely beautiful video. Right now in the studio, live from Požega, I have here with me representatives from the Geopark Papuk. First, I have here, good morning, geologist Goran Pavić.
Good morning, Mariana.
Good morning. Okay, let's say I want to spend weekend here with me, doing some outdoor activities with my friends. Which activities would you recommend? Which places to visit?
To put it simple, time spent outside is good for you.
Okay.
So, as you know, Papuk is mountain which peaks reach up to 1,000 meters.
Wow.
So, the most common activities which people usually do are hiking, cycling, trail running, rock climbing, etc. Geopark, together with our partners, organize different outdoor events. And I would recommend to you to choose one of these events. Depends on which activities you prefer.
Okay.
To sum up, there are so many incredible outdoor activities to offer, and it's up to you to choose and enjoy the serenity of spending time in nature.
Thank you so much, Goran. Right now, let's check out the video, Outdoor Activities. Okay, dear participants, it's good to know that in the year 2017, a campsite by the name of Duboka was open for all those lovers who love to spend their nights under the tent. So that's why here in the studio, I have a new guest, and she's a lady, of course, a tourism manager, Maja Jurlina. Good morning, Maja.
Hello to everyone.
Okay, could you please tell me from which countries of the world mostly people come from?
The guests of our campsite Duboka, which was opened in 2017, mostly come from Germany, Netherlands, Switzerland, France, and from Croatia. Before the pandemic, the situation was that 75% of the guests were citizens of European Union, and 25% of the guests were from Croatia. But now, in past 2 years, the situation is quite a bit changed. So 73% of the guests are from Croatia, and the rest is from European Union. But we can say that this year, this season, fifth, will be, according to the number, the best one.
Yes, yes, okay. Let's hope for the better future also for the next year. So I heard that also adrenaline park is a part of this camp. So is it suitable for children?
Yes, you're right. Adrenaline Park Duboka was opened in 2019 and it is suitable for children and adults. So we have 2 levels with different exercises or devices. So 9 elements are suitable for children and 12 elements are suitable for adults. And during these past 3 years, approximately 14,000 people visited our Adrenaline Park, and we hope that this number will even grow higher.
Yes, after we watch this video, Adrenaline Park and camping in Duboka.
Located at the southern slopes of Papuk, directly across of Požega, you will find a village in between 2 mountains called Velika. You will also find a stream that cuts through it called Velichanka. This stream flows through the western part of the mountain range, while the creek that flows through the eastern part of it is called Dubochanka. This settlement already existed in the Middle Ages, but today it is recognized as a destination that offers many possibilities for recreation, such as hiking, swimming during the summer, skiing and sledding during winter, sport climbing, horse riding, mountain biking and paragliding. In the last few years, Velika has become a prominent camping destination thanks to Duboka Campground, which was opened in 2017. The camp has 11 camping pitches for campers and caravans, with access to electricity and water. One part of the campground is set up to accommodate guests in tents. The number of visitors doubles every year, and we're proud of the fact that our guests come back to us, delighted with the environment of the campground. Our visitors like to be active during their stay, both in the campground and the surrounding area. They can go hiking, walking around Dubochanka Creek, visiting Jankovac Forest Park, and riding bicycles, which can be rented at the camp. Visitors of all ages who want an adrenaline rush and have a good time can test their skills in the newly opened Duboka Adrenaline Park. Our certified instructors will make sure that you're safe during your time at the Adrenaline Park by equipping you with a helmet, climbing gear, and a safety set. They will also give you instructions on how to overcome the obstacles in the obstacle course. to ensure that visitors of all ages have fun, we have built a polygon for adults with 12 elements and a polygon for children with 9 elements. It is time to push your boundaries, feel the adrenaline rush, and have a great time in Duboka Adrenaline Park.
Okay, those kids are really great. They really know their way with their obstacles. I would manage to survive with them for 1 minute. Okay, let's right now proceed with the program. In year 2019, the House of Pannonian Sea was opened. That's why in the studio I have with me geologist Mr. Goran Radonic. Good morning, Goran.
Good morning.
Okay, House of Pannonian Sea. What can we find there?
The most Miocene deposits with fossil remains can be found on the southern slopes of Papuk Hill. So these deposits are proof of former coast on Slavonian archipelago in Pannonian Sea and were therefore used for the presentation and education of visitors, especially school children, in this part of Papuk Nature Park and Papuk UNESCO Global Geopark. The furnishing and equipping the new visitor center include a presentation area inside the building with touch screens, with displayed fossil of shells, corals, fossil remains of dolphins, whales, seals. So it's really interesting to visit our new visitor center. And outdoor space is primarily intended to relaxation, but also for checking knowledge about Pannonian Sea. By going through labyrinth with yes and no questions, accompanied with interesting sculptures and information panels.
Thank you so much, Goran. It's good to know that we have a sea in Slavonia. Let's check out the video, House of Pannonian Sea.
Nature Park Papuk offers many opportunities for recreation and education of elementary school pupils. The House of the Pannonian Sea was opened in December 2019, and it is an important part of the geostories of the UNESCO Geopark project. Ever since its opening, it has taught both kids and grown-ups many interesting facts about life on our planet and about the way in which fossils tell the story of the environment and the living world of the Pannonian Sea. Let's begin our visit to this story. First, our tour guide and geologist is going to show us the workshops and presentations on the topics of rocks and fossils, the heritage from ancient times, orientation, and the hidden life of forests, grasslands, and streams. We are going to discover the biological and geological uniqueness of the park and its environmental, cultural, and historical significance. We will end the presentation with a fun game in the sands of the Pannonian Sea shore, on the interactive floor of the hall that fascinates all of us. Now that we have been introduced to the main topic of the exhibition, we will continue our tour of the story about the Pannonian Sea during the Miocene epoch in the second hall. The four walls of this hall feature a combination of interactive screens and exhibits of real fossils found on Papuk, which separately cover the seafloor, the coast, and the land during the Miocene, as well as Papuk today. The first interactive screen simulates the position of Papuk, the transition of lakes and the sea, and other events from 18 million years ago until today. In addition, by interacting with the visitor, the exhibition tells stories of things that used to swim in the Pannonian Sea, which is visible from the displayed fossils. The former Pannonian Sea was once home to several different species of shark, where the largest extinct species was the 20-meter-long megalodon. The sea was also home to whales and dolphins of the Miocene, gilthead, and other fish found in the sea today. The seabed was home to sea urchins, snails, and shells, real oysters. The story presented on interactive screens is completed with a presentation of Papuk today. What can we find today where once used to be the coast of the Pannonian Sea? This presentation will also simulate the view to the Magic Mountain Range or the mountains in Bosnia that, like Papuk, were islands in the Pannonian Sea during the Miocene. Full of new knowledge and fascinated by the secrets of the Pannonian Sea that our geologists revealed, we will go outside to rest and play in front of the house of the Pannonian Sea. This is where we are greeted by a real labyrinth and educational panels, which will test our knowledge through yes-no questions. While walking through the labyrinth, we will come across a sculpture of a rhino, a symbolic representation of the actual size of the Carcharodon megalodon, the spiral of time, and the meteorological map. This is the end of our tour, but we will tell stories about our visits to the House of the Pannonian Sea for a long time. You too can dive into the Pannonian Sea and learn about the stories of Miocene life written in the rocks of Papuk.
Wow, this House of Pannonian Sea is really paradise for children and also for the grown-ups. Okay, right now let's proceed with the program. A little bird told me that Info Center will soon be opened. So that's why in the studio I have a new guest. She has a very, very nice name, Mariana, like I do. Mariana Lukacevic, archaeologist. Hi, Mariana, how are you?
I'm well, thank you.
So, the big opening, when is planned?
Well, it is planned at the end of this year, 2021.
Okay.
Yeah.
Big party, big celebration?
Of course.
Okay. Are you all invited? Yes?
Of course.
Of course, okay. What can the visitors expect over there?
Well, our Geo-Info Center is the biggest part of our EU project, Geostories of UNESCO Geopark. It costs a lot, 5.5 million euros. And you will see when you enter it at the end of this year, it's a lot of interactive screens, a lot of virtual realities, and we presented geology, biology, and cultural heritage of our Geopark Papuk.
Wow.
Yeah, it is adapted for all age levels, for different levels of knowledge. So it's going to be fun and educational.
Okay, we cannot wait for the big opening right now. We have... What?
Oh,
who is he?
This is Ammonite Tony. I will mention that we have 6D cinema. Hello, Tony.
Hi, Tony. Hi.
6D cinema, and the visitors will be time travelers. So the Tony is the driver of the time machine.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Why did you choose Ammonite for the
because
mascot?
we have Ammonite fossils on Papuk.
He wants to dance.
That's
sorry,
why.
sorry, Mariana. Sorry, Mariana.
Not important anymore.
Okay, maybe my new boyfriend, Ammonite. That's good. Yes. Thank you, Mariana. So far, let's watch a video. Geo-Info Center.
The Geo-Info Center in Vocin, financed by the Geostories of the UNESCO Geopark project, is one of the most significant projects in Geopark Papuk. It will serve as a starting point where visitors will be introduced to the characteristics of Geopark Papuk and the nature preservation system in the Republic of Croatia. The Interactive Multimedia Center is the place where we will travel through the entire history, all the way to the forming of our planet, while the 3D halls will allow us to stop at the historical and geological aspects of Papuk. The geological exhibition is dedicated to geology in general and the geological characteristics of Papuk. It contains various exhibits as well as 8 multimedia presentations in the form of interactive screens. At the biological exhibition, you will be able to see models, sculptures, and photographs of interesting living creatures. The biodiversity of Papuk is an important factor that helped earn its special status as a nature park. there are over 1,200 species of plants on Papuk, which amounts to 25% of the Croatian flora. The archaeological exhibition will consist of an interactive screen where visitors will be able to choose from one of 7 periods: the Neolithic, the Eneolithic, the Bronze Age, the Iron Age, Classical Antiquity, the Middle Ages, and the 18th century. They will be able to learn details about the cultures, archaeological sites, and artifacts from these periods on Papuk. Apart from the educational elements, the center will have a souvenir shop and spaces for resting and nourishment. This visitor center in Vocin will be open soon, which will allow the local community to participate in the tourist offerings by providing lodging. This will enable visitors to spend more time at Nature Park Papuk. The tourist infrastructure in park area is expanding every season, precisely as a result of these infrastructure investments by the Nature Park Papuk.
Okay, dear participants, yesterday while we were cooking, we were making a tea with the local honey. So, which is very, very delicious. So that's why right now we'll watch a new video of a very famous local beekeeper. His name is Milanko Jelicic.
Is there a prettier sight than watching hard-working honeybees on beautiful blooming meadows and forests? This is exactly where our story begins. The story about the beekeepers of Papuk, pollen, beehives, and one of the most important food products, honey. Papuk Geopark and beekeepers are connected by nature. The beekeepers need ecologically clean areas untouched by pesticides for their honeybee colonies, while honeybees are irreplaceable pollinators and guardians of protected plant species and biodiversity. On several locations on the northern slopes of Nature Park Papuk and the broader vicinity of Jankovac Forest Park, the Pearl of Papuk, you will find a honeybee colony owned by Milanko Jelicic, the president of the Papuk Vocin Beekeepers Association.
Ja sam Milanko Jelicic, član udruge pčelara Papuk Vocin i njen predsjednik. Radim sa otprilike 100-tinjak košnica, a inače sam u pčelarstvu od 1975. godine. A inače naša udruga ima 3505 košnica prijavljenih i u evidenciji pčelara i pčelinjaka Republike Hrvatske za 2021. godinu.
In this area, the bees start foraging from early spring. Beekeepers always take special care to keep their colonies developed, healthy, strong, and ready for the next foraging season. They collect and clean pollen from beehives every day. Milanko has shown us this interesting process in his beehives.
Cvjetni prah je prirodni koncentrat vitamina i minerala. Pčele ga prvenstveno trebaju za razvoj legla, odnosno jačanje pčelinje zajednice. Mi imamo način skupljanja takav da postavljamo skupljače cvjetnog praha na ulaz u košnicu, na leta, gdje pčele prolaze kroz skidače sa rupicama i cvjetni prah sa nogica pada u ladicu ispod mrežice.
Finally, the beekeeper manually cleans the powder with a tweezer, after which they start packing it. The beekeeper packs one part of the pollen in bags and puts them into deep freeze for bulk buyers. Another part is left to dry in the shade, using traditional methods, and the last part is prepared to dry in specialized dryers. The pollen prepared in this way is used in cosmetics and nutrition.
U zdravoj prehrani je također sve zastupljeniji cvjetni prah. Tako se proizvode mješavine meda i cvjetnog praha i ostalih pčelinjih proizvoda, propolisa, matične mliječi, koji služe kao dodatak prehrani, pogotovo kod osoba sa narušenim imunitetom.
First, the beekeepers inspect the honey in the beehive to see if it is sufficiently mature and wet. Then they remove the hive frames sweep the bees with a brush and put them into manipulation extensions. The caved honey needs to be uncaved manually using specialized tools. After loading the frames into the honey extractor, the beekeeper runs the extraction process carefully so that the honeycombs stay unharmed. The beekeeper puts the extracted honey into plastic or metal barrels. After 2 days, they squeeze the remaining honeycomb caps and pour the honey into jars. Finally, they put a label on the jar and export them to the customers.
Naš med je poseban osim po samoj boji i po čistoći, zato što pčelarimo na području Geoparka Papuk, gdje je očuvana bioraznolikost, gdje je ekološki čisto i nadzirano područje.
Geopark Papuk and the beekeepers of Papuk have a shared interest in increased tourism. The honey path, which will be compatible with tourist routes, hunter paths, and hiking trails, will make the tourist offerings of this area even richer. The first stage of the honey path has been completed with educational panels, beehives, and a sampling shop in Vocin. So don't forget, a spoon of honey a day keeps the doctor away.
So I do hope that you liked all the videos about Geopark Papuk and that you will come and visit us very, very soon. Right now, we are starting a new part of this forum, working sessions. So that's why I'm transferring my microphone to the EGN coordinator, Kristen. Kristen, good morning.
Good morning, and good morning to both you and all the participants.
Welcome.
Good to see you again. And so we will have another jump to a new working groups, and we are very happy as coordinators that we will be able to collect and connect you again in the working groups. The system will be, all the rooms will be open, but please, when you go into a room, most of you belong to or have a desired group. Please don't start to jump from group to group. That will not be possible. So stick to the group that you choose or belong to. The first group, the National Fora group, is not really a working group, but we found it most logical to have this meeting in parallel. So please, this meeting is for the catalysts of the national fora in each member state that has such a forum. I think you all know, if you have or not, a national forum, and it is the catalyst that will be there together with Babis Fazoulas. Before opening the rooms, I would like to you will have the possibility to present very shortly the theme of your working groups. I will ask the catalysts one by one, but first, when the rooms are open, you will see it on your screen. You open the screen and you can choose the room there. So let's cross fingers and hope it functions. I trust very much the technical theme here in PAPUC, so I think it will work well. So the funding group is not, I kept it on the list. I'm not sure. I have been sent an email to Oliver Gulas. That meeting in that funding group is, the working group is actually a bit on a hold. But I kept it in a list in case of the catalysts want to continue with the meeting. So, Oliver, that is up to you. We also have the volcanic thematic group. We have the fossil thematic group. We have the mining thematic group. We have the intangible thematic group. We have the educational group, geohazards working group, the group for sustainable development goals, tourism, and communication. So I would first like to ask Oliver if you will say a few words. It's just a very short time, but do you want to say something if you're present?
Good morning. Yes, I'm present. As you already mentioned, we are a bit on hold due to our future goals and activities. So in this case, we do not have any meeting today. So everyone who was in the group in the past, feel free to join other interesting groups, and thank you for understanding.
Thank you very much, Oliver. So the next group is coordinated by João Carlos Nunes. You?
Yes, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Christine. Just shortly to say that the working group is involving geoparks and volcanic areas, meaning that every territory that has volcanic landscapes, volcanic rocks, and have active volcanoes can participate in the group. Presently, we are about 16 members that are meeting regularly in the CC meetings, and we have some joint projects. I think shortly, this is a characterization of the working group.
Thank you very much, Carlos. So the next one, fossil thematic group, Dan, are you able to share your screen and present shortly the activities in the fossil working group? Good to see you, Sophie. Is Dan present? Okay, so if we proceed then to the mining thematic group. Alessandra Cassini.
Christine, maybe the vice coordinator of the group.
And I don't have the name of the vice coordinator here. Who is that? Anyone representing the fossil thematic group would like to say something?
Well, hello, Christine. Good morning to everyone. I must say that probably I don't know if Dan Grigorescu is not present. It seems that not. But in effect, the group produced the first number of the published a spatial number in the journal Geoconservation Research about the fossils of the European geoparks. The first number, the first issue is already published, was recently published with a lot of histories and reports about the fossils in the Paleozoic in the EGN. And the second number regarding regarding the Mesozoic and Cenozoic times is under publication, will be edited until the end of the year. So it's a big achievement for the scientific and the educational contents regarding the paleontological heritage of the European geoparks. I think that is a very good example that can be followed by other groups in thematic scientific journals and give great visibility to the work done in our geoparks. So in a sense way, it's what I can say about the recent work done by the fossils group.
Arthur Sá from Portugal. As you can understand, this is an active group. So, of course, I hope also, Arthur, that you can make sure that that the fossil thematic group today during the working group meeting are maybe led by you, or at least you will find your form. But it's a nice and important working group. So we move on to the mining thematic group, and that is catalyzed by Alessandra Cassini.
Good morning, everybody. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay. Allora, in the recent years, the mining group has been involved in creating a book that illustrates the many heritage of European geoparks. The mining activity in Europe witness for prehistoric period to today. And for us, it's very important to sign this heritage. And the format of the guide was discussed in the group, and now at that moment we have 24 geoparks. 24 geoparks have joined. Now the edition is closed. In this working group we discussed the final operation, but is not closed definitely. So if some new geoparks want to join to participate to the guide, we can do a new edition. But for the moment, we prepare the final operation of this edition. Then we want to work to a new exhibition, mining group exhibition with 2 or 3 panel every geopark, and a digital exhibition for the mining activity in the European geoparks.
Thank you very much, Alessandra. And we have new delegates, so for this meeting, I suggest that they choose the relevant group, so we will come back to the number of participants later, I guess. So we have also another good group from Intangible Thematic Working Group, and that is coordinated by Alex Alessandro. Are you ready to say a few words about your plans?
Hello. Hello, do you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Yes, yes.
So, wow, there is an echo. Thank you. Hello, everybody. So I already sent a small report about our work. I don't know if you receive it. Anyway, I'll try to send to everybody. So the Intangible Heritage Working Group has several objectives, and let's say the main achievement is related to the stone-made objects exhibition. That means different stone-made objects from 30 geoparks we have. We have around 45 objects, each object telling 3 stories: a geological story, let's say the intangible heritage of manufacturing the object, and also the socio-economic impact of the objects. So this exhibition was with the help of GGN and other partners, was presented for the first time in Adamello Brenta, then went to Bucharest, then went to Germany in Aalen, then to Bucharest again, then to now it's in Luxembourg. So for the new aspiring geopark in Luxembourg. So for the our working group, we are inviting the other the new geopark, other geoparks who wants to join the group to see the objectives and the achievements till now and to think about the future activities. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alex. And I hope that several new members will find this important theme for geoparks interesting. And it's really good example, the exhibition that is now traveling around. So the next next group is the educational working group. Jose Maria Barrera, you are coordinating the group.
Hello, Christine. Hello,
everyone.
Our working group is a very numerous group, and I'm happy with that. We started producing a compilation, an overview of the educative activities in the geoparks, and now the working group is a very good space, a very good room for sharing educational activities. But a step forward than the last year is try to work in pairs in order to provoke exchange and work shared with 2 or 3 geoparks in educational activities. Other task is the diffusion and the promotion of workshop or publication about the educational activities. We need to think in the next Jeju Digital International Conference to make to produce a new workshop. The last one in Seville was a great success. And finally, we want to include the new UNESCO framework on educational for sustainable development in our activities, to try to know what are the competencies and the objective of ESD in the educational activities of the UNESCO Global Geoparks. So welcome to the new members, and we started the meeting today.
Thank you, Jose Maria. So to the next group, the GeoHazards Working Group, and that is Alessia Amorfini that is coordinating that group. Alessia.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you, and but your presentation is not in full screen.
Yeah, I'm trying to do. Just a second, I don't know. Okay. Now can you see?
Yes, perfect.
Thank you very much, Christine, and good morning, everyone. So good to see you all. So I have prepared just a few slides as a catalyst of the GeoHazard Working Group, because I would like to give you a brief overview about the main goals and activities. First of all, this is the list of participants so far during our last meeting, and sorry if I forget someone of you. We were 11 people from 5 different European countries. As we saw yesterday during the interesting presentation by our colleagues, UNESCO Global Geoparks are located in various geographical settings, and unfortunately their territories may be exposed to different natural hazards and extreme weather events. Also, in recent months, as you saw, natural hazards caused extensive damage. So without any doubt, we have significant potential to contribute to disaster risk reduction and enhance disaster preparedness. And all of us are invited to perform and promote educational awareness activities and to reinforce cooperation in this field. For this reason, in 2017, the GGN has established a working group, the GeoHazard Working Group, with the aim of finding ways on how mitigate risk at UNESCO Global Geoparks. And just a few months later, in March, following the previous decision, the establishment of a European working group on geohazards has been decided during the meeting in Barren Cliff of Moher, UGGP. So the Geohazards Group acts as a regional group under the GGN Geohazards Group and share priorities, strategies, undertaking action to promote them at an European scale. What about the goals? You can read it, I don't want to bother you. You can read the list of the main goals. Identify and assess disaster risks, enhance and support collaboration and share knowledge, ensure safety of visitors and staff, improve resilience, foster better communication, and so on. So in line with the main goals of the Geohazards Working Group, here are the activities that are foreseen to be implemented by the group. For example, collaborative activities such as organization of events or risk assessment activities with regional surveys or exploring tools and methods for disaster risk reduction. And other kinds of activities are related to capacity building activities. For example, undertake regular trainings for the geoparks, or educational activities such as collect and promote good practices for education and communication, or produce joint publication on various issues. That's all for now. Of course, anyone is interested in joining our working group is welcome. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Alessia. Then also to another important group. All our groups are important and important for the geoparks. So that is the Working Group for Sustainable Development Goals. And here we have two coordinators, Jutta Weber and Elisabeth Silva. And I don't know who of you will present very shortly how you work in the group.
Yeah, hello, good morning, Christine.
Hello,
Elisabeth and I have discussed yesterday that I will do the presentation for now, and the two of us will then be later in the SDG working group. I try to also open my monitor for a short presentation. So, do you see the presentation? Kristen, yes. I don't, yes? Okay, so thank you very much. Okay, as we have all seen and heard and experienced yesterday, the global agenda is an important issue because it shows us the challenges and the chances we have to create our presence and also our future. We have the natural hazards, we have the loss of biodiversity, we have climate change, we have inequalities all over the globe, we have a demand of valuable education, and the SDGs are, let's say, a summary of what we wish for ourselves and for our future. And it's also a big task, and therefore it's also an umbrella for the philosophy and the work of the UNESCO Global Geoparks. And this is one of the reasons why UNESCO has claimed the UNESCO Global Geoparks as model territories for the implementation and also for the communication of the Global Agenda 2030. And our working group deals with this topic, and We have changing amount of members. It differs between 10 and 15 members, and we have regularly met during our last meetings and have done several activities, and I will go very briefly through these activities. Okay, so the communication of the SDGs is an essential aspect, and so we have done it in several ways. For example, we have published altogether a European Geoparks newsletter dealing with different aspects of SDGs in the European Geoparks, and we have also compiled best practice examples from European Geoparks. Currently, we have 33 geoparks on board, and you see this is a dynamic document, and so I think one aspect of our discussions will be to update this compilation and to discuss also how we can offer that for the entire network, ensuring that this is a common document which cannot just be taken from everybody, but just from the network members referring to this document. So this is a nice compilation, and it shows the broad activities of the geoparks with respect to a lot of sustainable development goals, because it's also clear that not each geopark can support each sustainable development goal in a very strong way. So in 2019, we had the opportunity to contribute substantially to the European Geoparks Network Conference. This was the last meeting where we had the opportunity to meet personally. So it's full of nice memories for me. And I really like to remember this wonderful conference, which took place in Sierra Norte, UNESCO Global Geopark, and also in the city of Sevilla. During the conference, we had the opportunity to offer a keynote and also a workshop with different presentations and also an interactive booth. In the image, you can see the interactive booth when we set it up. And it was an invitation to take part. It was at the same time information and examples. And just a short glance what we had also postcards, which could taken away for spreading the message of the UNESCO Global Geoparks, because it's not utopic. It's just utopic until we do it and until we live the Sustainable Development Goals worldwide in our geoparks. So it's just a short impression of how it works during this conference. The booth was, let's say, a focus point for a lot of participants, and they had the opportunity to go to this, what we have called SDG tree. We had a lot of different notes. It was possible to integrate the own ideas and own wishes regarding the different SDGs. And this SDG tree, which was first of all just only equipped with the SDGs themselves, it was filled up during the conference in a very, very impressive and nice way, including school kids. And we met almost all colleagues there, and it was really inspiring. So this is an impression of this tree at the last day of the conference. During the coordination group meeting, we took also over the responsibility for collecting the activities of Mother Earth Day, which takes place each year at the 22nd of April. In 2020, unfortunately, as we all know, we had to postpone the activities, and therefore we did not collect anything. But in 2021, a lot of geoparks celebrated Mother Earth Day in the one or other way. So we had the opportunity to compile 23 events from 14 geoparks, and we offered that as a compilation to all European geoparks. So our current ideas are, or let's say have been until yesterday, to offer also during the Korea conference this SDG booth. This will not take place in the way we have thought, but we can think about different ideas how to be present at the conference. We indeed will discuss the update of SDG activities. We will talk about the Mother Earth Day next year and the update of the UNESCO SDG brochure. And I think we have open space for a lot of other new ideas. And Elisabeth and I are really looking forward to the next session. And we would like to invite you to participate in the SDG working group. So that's all for now. And thank you very much for listening to me.
Very much, Jutta, for your comprehensive introduction. So we move on to the tourism group, and that is coordinated by Carlos Neto de Carvalho.
Good morning,
Carlos.
Christine.
Good morning, Carlos.
Good morning, everyone. Well, these are challenging times for the tourism sector, indeed. For several years, I would say over 1 decade, we were responsible for the organization and participation of the European and global geoparks in the major tourism fairs in the world, such as Fitur Madrid and ITB Berlin. Since 2019, that we are not, well, we organized the ITB now virtual fair participation in 2020, sorry, in 2021. This period, it's already 1.5 years confined, so it's not easy to really know when things happen. It seems that everything was a long time ago. But yeah, we realized that the virtual participation of geoparks in such kind of events was not really very productive, as you can find in the report that was, I believe, distributed by all of you. And well, we need to develop our strategy for the next year if we want to keep this working group active and see if we are able or not to participate in physical fairs or in any other ways. And so I'm going to welcome you in the next session and gather all the ideas possible to help especially to help our tourism partners in our territories and see how we can develop the activities under the European Geoparks Network. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Carlos. It's very tempting to say that you will have a new start with maybe also a new type of tourism based upon our challenges and experiences over the last 1.5 years. I'm sure you will again have a very active working group. So the last of the ordinary working groups we have is the communication working group, and that is coordinated by Javier Lopez Carvalho. Are you here?
Yes, I am. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much. Good morning from Spain. So everybody, congratulations to PAPUC's team for this meeting, of course, and thank you very much for your presence. Are very pretty. Shortly, our main goals are clear. Our priorities improve our visibility and stronger communication among us, and also connect our communication tools, webpage, newsletter, magazine, and of course social media. Maybe create new tools looking for young people, Instagram, TikTok, Also, it's very important for us to improve the collaboration from all European geoparks in order to share activities, events, and working on a EGN communication strategy. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Javier. And the first group will be coordinated by Babis, and I also already said a little bit. Babis, I don't know if you want to say a little bit, at least show your face to all the participants of the forum.
Yes, good morning to everybody. I know I don't want to say anything about the National Forum. You know very well, as Christine explained, that in various countries, I think most countries that are participating in our the European network have established national forums or national committees, and the catalysts of those forums or their vice catalysts will participate. I think this is a group which can coordinate activities through the various countries, can more easily transfer knowledge or achievements developed in each country to other countries. And I will say that it can help us to manage our network in a better way. Just to finish, I would like to mention what I wrote before, that it would be good for the activity of the working group to rename ourselves in this Zoom group. It's very easy. You find your name at the participant list, click more, and then rename. So it would be good to have your geopark name there. And this will help the catalysts and the coordinators of the group to report their activity on the best way. So I propose everybody, of course there are the individual members and the specialists, but at least the representatives of the geopark, please do it, add your geopark name at your Zoom name. So I hope we will have a very fruitful discussion. It is the working group place that we can discuss all together, and even the new members of our group. So I hope we will be very fruitful there.
Thank you, Babis. Just for all the groups to prepare short summaries, we ask for a number of participants, how it works, and a little bit about your main progress. We will meet again at 11:30. The rooms will soon be open. If the techniques allow, I will try to pop in all the groups just to say hello and see how it goes. And also the technicians will also watch and control that everything is working inside the groups. So good luck. We see each other later. Okay, welcome back, colleagues. This was a challenge maybe for some of us, and I have been in all rooms. I know that there were some technical issues, but I think we should be very satisfied with the technicians and ourselves. And the discussions sound to be very good in the meetings. And I'm looking forward at 12 o'clock to meet again after the break and after some nice surprises to hear a little bit back from you. Please make short resumes of your discussions. So see you at noon again. And now I'll leave the responsibility to my host again, Mariana.
Thank you so much. Okay, right now a short musical break. Yesterday we had a musical school from Požega, and today they are once again with us. They will perform a song, Romanian Dance number 2 by Ionel, and on cube I have Laura Vincer, and on piano Miroslav Majic. You're welcome. Thank you very much. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Miroslav. And also big thanks to your teacher, Mr. Ivan Lulajic. Right now, I kindly ask two girls to come to my studio. Their names are Hannah and Emma. And they will perform song Carnival of the Animals from Camille Saint-Saëns. Bravo. Thank you, ladies. No, no. Thank you, Emma, and thank you, Hannah, very much. And also big thanks to your teacher, Matea Sheremet, also. Okay, dear participants, so far we had a short musical break, but right now you will get extra 15 minutes, and we'll see each other at noon sharp. Thank you so far.
So, we are back again. After a short break, I'm sorry, but this was not the usual traditional EGN lunch, I presume. But I can assure you that here in the studio, there has been activity all through the break, and there is a lot of young people waiting for us. So when we are now going to invite you to have short feedback on the work in the working group, please try to be short, to the point. Also, Tony will do the minutes, so be clear in your presentation. And we just continue in order to save some time. I was going to start to ask Babis whether he would like to say something about the report from the national fora or not.
Yes.
Babis?
Yes, Christine, okay. We had the 9 countries participating, 10 with Ireland and Great Britain together in this forum. Actually, we got an update of the activities that were developed in the various forums, which of course, most of them were digitally. There were meetings, there were webinars, there were various collaborations with the local groups. What is important, I think, to mention here is that 2 national forum established collaboration with ministries and other national government authorities to get some support, like in Austria and Greece. Several forums have developed transnational collaborations and try to transfer knowledge to other countries. France, for example, is going to establish a new initiative to expand the geoparks in overseas, which means in Caribbean and Indian Ocean. We had the organization of some physical meetings like in Spain and Austria in autumn time. Another good initiative is from Spain, this small group that they have developed for various issues like the green energy that we heard yesterday. And we came into one proposal and one plan for the future. The proposal is that maybe it is necessary as a European Geoparks network to create small workshops for the new members that are coming into our network. One day short workshop just to explain them what's their role, what are their obligations, how to contribute into the network, and this will help them to understand it better, engaged, and on a sooner way into our network. And what are we going to work? We are going to work more this green energy problem. We are going to get more information from the work of the Spanish forum or on the green energy, and also from the German forum, which was absent. And then we will come back again to discuss probably in another meeting that we will organize in the future. That's for sure.
Thank you very much, Babis. It was interesting ideas, and what I heard was that we as coordinator, we need to have a meeting right after this meeting next week, I think, to plan. So thank you very much, and we continue. I will continue now with from the bottom of my list. So I will ask Carlos from the Tourism Working Group to present shortly what you discussed.
Hello again. Well, first of all, thanks to the excellent organization of PAPUC. These separate virtual rooms were really successful and enjoyable experience. We have 19 participants with a lot of ideas, which was quite great. Well, the main ideas. First of all, we were informed by Nicolas Zuros about the postpone of the participation in ITB in next March 2022. ITB is the International Tourism Fair in Berlin. And this decision will be taken around the Christmas period due to this still uncertain pandemic period. And there is already the decision that it's still too early to participate in FITUR in Madrid next January. The main idea that came out for the next year is to develop a digital publication about the best tourism experience in the European geoparks. This will consist in a 4 to 6 page template for each geopark that all the geoparks will be invited to contribute with their best tourism highlights and a 3 nights, 2 days experience that can be sold directly to the general public. This digital publication will follow the common design of EGN promotional tools, will be allocated in both EGN website and Visit Geoparks websites, from where can be linked to the Geopark websites and shared in their social media. We expect to develop the template and share with all of you until the end of October, so this tool can be operational and effective, hopefully by the beginning of 2022 to be useful. Thank you very much.
So let us hear now from the Sustainable Development Groups, Jutta or Elizabeth.
Hello, it will be me, Elizabeth. I was just trying to put it down because we had a very fruitful discussion. New members joining the working group, which is very good, from the UNESCO Global Geoparks. I hope you are all listening. Is it okay? Okay, good. So we had some conclusions after all the discussions, and we understand that the staff of the UNESCO Global Geoparks need to know more about the SDGs. We need to know how to communicate the SDGs to different groups, different partners of the geoparks. It would be very useful to have a checklist about the SDGs and to see regarding the management plan, how we are doing and dealing with the SDGs. But we recognize that the knowledge about the SDGs are still very superficial around the management staff and also among the local communities and the partners. So we need to learn more about the SDGs. We need also to be more updated about these Sustainable Development Goals and how to put in action these SDGs in the geoparks, involving all the actors, involving schools, local authorities, how to communicate, communicate not in a complex way, but a very understandable way to different groups and different targets. Of course, we need to continue to exchange good practice in this field, and we need to have more workshops regarding the SDGs. We still have these workshops during the international conference or even during the meetings, the European conference or international conference. So we would like to maintain those workshops. And we would like also to receive from all our colleagues to have knowledge about good practice of projects and activities that the UNESCO Global Geoparks already developed in the framework of the 2030 Agenda. So we would like to have more materials to be offered regarding the SDGs, not just what we had in Sevilla, but many more that we can think about it. But we realize that we are still in the primary level. We are still in the question: what are the 17 SDGs and their targets and indicators? So we are still have to communicate more and explain more to all our colleagues what are these goals and why are they so important and why we should compile all the data that we have around this issue so that then we can deliver to UNESCO and give as a contribution for the United Nations agenda regarding the sustainable development. We also talked about how to combine the SDGs in the daily work of the UNESCO Global Geoparks. So finally, the proposals of this working group, of course, to continue to work together and exchanging through emails anything that we can deal with and deliver to our colleagues. And one specific proposal to have a training course about the SDGs that all our colleagues could attend. It could be an online training course, or if we have the conference, maybe a presential one. And also making available to all our colleagues specific documents about the SDGs so that they could be useful to understand a little bit more what we are talking about. So we talked about scientific articles, also PhD or master thesis done around UNESCO Global Geoparks and the 2030 agenda. So as I said, we still need to work very hard around this and to deliver to our colleagues more information about the SDGs. One last remark is that we cannot forget that this working group is well connected also with other working groups because we are dealing with the same issues. So when we talk about natural hazards or communication, tourism, or even education, of course, we are talking about several SDGs. So one of the SDGs that were I could say, more stress was highlighted was SDG 13, so climate action. So I believe that in the near future, we will have more to deliver to all our colleagues and work together around the SDGs. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Elizabeth, for this comprehensive overview. And of course, as you point out, the working groups are closely also connected, even if they are thematic. And of course, this group is very important to the SDG group. So we continue now with the educational group. Jose Maria?
Hello, hello again.
Hello.
We have celebrated the meeting with 25 geopark representatives. So this is a very successful meeting, very short. Very short because we have no finished all the points we have in the agenda. But as we decided in the last meeting to have educative experiences joining together 2 or more geoparks, we have had the opportunity to hear some of these experiences from 6 geoparks. So that was very, very interesting, and we can have with that the start of the organization of the workshop in Jeju. This is one of our decision to have a new workshop on education in the digital conference of Jeju. So we need to have contact with the organization of Jeju for that. We have constituted a small group for the organization of this workshop. And also we have decided to try a Facebook group for being in contact, all the members of the geoparks, sharing activities and experimenting. This is a good media for sharing educational activities and some details. And that's all. This very nice meeting of the educational work group.
Thank you, Jose Maria. I'm so satisfied to hear from the work and that it seems to have worked well. That is, we know it has been a challenge, but it's good to hear. So we move on then to the intangible thematic group. Alex? Alex, are you there?
Hello, I'm here. Hi, everybody, and thank you to, to the organizers and to you, Christine, and to everybody for to have this opportunity to have separate meetings was wonderful. To even was online was very nice. In our group was very interesting, and two main subjects. Let's say one main subject and another idea occurred. So the main subject was concerning the stone-made objects, as you know, is one of the main achievement of our group. And for this, we have three practical steps ahead. The first one is that Haritakis from Nikos Aos Geopark would like to have this exhibition next year, May or June, in Greece, where a Greek conference of all Greek geoparks will be organized. So the exhibition will be there to promote the geoparks and the intangible heritage. Have a full and well-equipped to explain again what's the basic concept of this exhibition, and to complete the exhibition with objects and stories from other geoparks which are not yet represented by stone-made objects. So this is the first achievement. The second, use ArcGIS story maps to have of this stone-made exhibition. So to have on each geopark pictures and stories about the stone-made objects, description of local, so could become virtual also to be in the same time with the real one. And another idea Katarina suggested is to have a stone-made exhibition in UNESCO headquarters in Paris, maybe next year. So we'll be in touch for more details. We'll have small meetings to see how to organize that and how it's fitting within the space and which kind of message we want to pass. So this was let's say, the main talk due to the short time we had for our meeting. And the second idea came to the end as an idea to work on during next meetings and meantime, because we are inviting people who want to come with ideas and to support our working group to join us. So it's the idea of the time, of the deep geological time, and to be represented or talked in two ways. One way is with short interviews or collecting local mythology, legends about how people how is the perception of ordinary people or local culture about the time. Then the second half is how different geoparks are interpreting. It's about interpretation, how we are interpreting the geological time in our publications, in our exhibitions, and to have a kind of database and to help each other to share our experience, because each time we want to publish something or to organize an exhibition, we have the same problem: how to represent the geological time, how to make public, the general public, the visitors, the kids, in our educational materials to understand the geological time. So I know of us try to develop some very interesting tools. Other ones use, let's say, the general approach in interpreting geological times. But now we can put together our experience and create a kind of database and maybe to arrive to some common tools. So that's all. We are inviting you to join us and to contribute to these ideas of the intangible heritage working group. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Alex. I'm sure I'm convinced you had a very, very busy meeting and very fruitful meeting. The connection was a little bit difficult sometimes, so maybe we also have to be in contact with Tony to make sure that the minutes will be right. And but I got the idea that you have several new good ideas, and I'm looking forward to see the results. So we continue now with a mining thematic group, Alessandra.
Okay, I try to share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, as I have already said, the mining group has been involved in creating an e-book that illustrates the mining heritage of the European Geopark to promote knowledge of the mining heritage of geoparks. The format of the guide was discussed in the group, and for the moment, 24 geoparks have joined. In the group, we are in 9 participants with two new members that they want to join also this project, and maybe they try to send us material for the end of this edition of this guide. This is the cover with a list of the geopark. Sorry. Sorry. Okay. This is the map of the guide, and as you can see, 8 pages are dedicated to each geopark, plus the cover photo. This is the cover photo. There is a map, a general introduction, the research, the mining history, and the description of the sites. The ebook is in PDF, and the final version is in the end of October. Some geoparks have to send some missing documentation and revise the test. And in October, we put online the guide. If new geoparks want to enter in this project, can send the material, we can send the format, and they can enter in a new edition. If they don't send us the material till by October. And from this is the priority. We want to finish this product, and then the mining group want to work in an exhibition. We try to do an exhibition about the mining heritage of the geopark, starting for the 24, maybe 26 geoparks about the mining heritage, of course. And this is a digital exhibition, and we hope that it's possible to do a printed exhibition, printed panel in the next meeting. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Alessandra. It was very impressive to see the result. And then we just continue now to the fossil thematic group, and that will be probably Arthur.
Well, actually, it'll be me. I'm going to talk on behalf of the group. So we had a very good and productive meeting. The first thing we did was reviewed what we're currently doing. So as Arthur's already said, we've the first issue of over 25 journals published in an international journal, Geoconservation Research, on the fossils of the Geopark, European Union, the European Geoparks Network. The second issue will be out towards the end of the year. So it'll be a total of over 60 international academic papers published, which is going to leave a legacy for many years to come. So it's a huge achievement, and we really, have to thank Dan Grigorescu for all his work, even though he wasn't available today. So that's a huge thing. We've put the link, both Arthur and myself have put links in the chat, so I urge you to go and look at all the contributions from all the different members of the European Geopark Network who contributed to that. After that, then Arthur updated us on the IGCP project 731, which has been led by Asier Hilario in Basque Coast. And we feel that because a lot of the geosites, so what they're looking at is criteria for identifying geosites and making a standard way of evaluating geosites, if you like. And because many of these geosites are of fossils are particularly important in them, that we feel the thematic group can contribute a lot of feedback to what these criteria are. So we're going to work with that group to contribute to that. And then finally, we were talking, I guess we were getting nostalgic and talking about when we were younger. And we realized that, while we've had huge success now with our academic contributions, we need to now work with maybe children. So the next generation. So what we've decided to do is we're going to develop a network for schools, so local schools in our individual geoparks working together internationally. Now with the advent of these technologies we have now, many schools have that available. So we're going to be getting schools talking to other schools, so peer-to-peer, children talking to children about the fossils in their area. So I think that's a really exciting and important development, and I'm really looking forward to developing that. So that's a very new idea for us today, and we'll be working on that over the coming months. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and it was a very good combination of the scientific work and journal, and also to work towards more interactivity. That will be interesting to follow. So I know that the volcanic thematic group had some technical issues. So I just going to ask John Carlos if you are with us and can present something. I think you managed to have another solution for your meeting.
Hello again. Yes, we met on a different link because we had not been able to use the facility. Anyway, the working group made a short meeting to make an update of about the ongoing work. So the main issues or conclusions are that we are to finish an ebook about the volcanic areas in European geoparks. The ebook will be done online and also printed version till the end of this year, and including 19 European geoparks contributions. Also, another step is to reinforce and make more activities on what we have designated as the Volcano Day on 1st June each year, with activities more directed to the volcanoes issues integrated in the European Geoparks Week. So we are trying to get more people involved in this activity. And finally, we will contact the new members of the EGN to make or to have characterization of their territories in terms of volcanic rocks or not, as we did for the existing ones in the last years. And now we are starting to prepare our activities for the next year, expecting that the pandemic does not cause too much problem to all of us. Thank you.
And I will join you in that last wish. Let's hope for a different future where we can meet again and be active. But I'm very impressed. We are on time, and that is really good. Thank you all the colleagues for their active work in the working groups. I'm looking forward to the reports in the minutes. So maybe for Tony, he might need to contact you and have some more details, because it was a lot for him to summarize. So I will now leave everything, all the responsibility, again to Mariana.
Thank you so much. Have coffee, please.
Yes, I will go for a coffee.
And enjoy it. So, Dear participants, right now we'll have a presentation with my guests live in the studio. They will be presenting Aspiring Geopark Biokovo Imotski Lakes. So, first, welcome to the studio, Miss Ksenia Protrika. She's the Senior Expert Advisor Geologist from the public institution Biokovo Nature Park. Hello, 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 hello. My next guest is Ivana Chapin. She's Director of the Biokovo Imotski Lakes Geopark. Hi, hello, Ivana. Welcome to the studio. And of course, we finally have one man, one gentleman from Biokovo. He's Hrvoje Škrabić, Conservation Manager from Public Institution Biokovo Nature Park. Welcome, Hrvoje. Okay, welcome to my studio. Nice to have you from Dalmatia, because most of my guests were from this continental part, and you're finally from the coastal part, but inlands of Dalmatia. So, Ksenia, let's hear something. Can you present me in short something about Biokovo, first of all? Okay, sorry, first the microphone.
Hello, thank you for inviting us here.
Okay.
So we are coming from Biokovo Nature Park, and Biokovo was proclaimed as a nature park 40 years ago because of its unique geomorphology, beauty of the landscape, and exquisite biodiversity. And it spreads in over 193 square kilometers in the coastal region of Croatia called Dalmatia by the Adriatic coast.
Okay.
Yes, and the length of the nature park is around 30 kilometers.
Okay.
It spreads on area 2 towns, Makarska and Vrgorac, and 7 municipalities, so 193 square kilometers. At the first sight, Biokovo is poor and naked, but we have lots of plants, which many of them are endemic. And also we have on the mountain every typical karst phenomena that you can find, as pits, caves, cairn, kamenicas, and also ice pits. The deepest pit is currently 50 in Croatia, mokre noge, that means wet legs. And because of the 2,000 meters of the limestone, we have many of caves, speleological objects, and they are closed for visiting. They are protected because the whole area of Nature Park is Nature 2000 area. Yeah.
Okay. And our participants can see some.
Yes, they can see, at
the
top of the mountain we have a TV tower, and this is the Church of St. George. It is 50 meters below the peak, and this is the Holy Mass that we have the last Saturday every July in Biokovo, and people are coming on the Holy Mass.
So the highest peak, the highest church?
The highest church, the highest peak, and the highest road asphalted in Croatia. So visitors can come to the peak of the mountain by vehicles, and that is the highest road you can come with your car.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about skywalk? This is a new thing. Yes.
Yeah, that's the new thing. We applied to European funds for regional development, and we got funds, and we built last year the skywalk viewpoint. That is the first skywalk in Croatia. So that's also the
Are you scared to walk on it?
No.
No, you're not?
No.
I would be definitely.
Yeah,
I have
but
to
you will come and we will show you.
Okay, I will come.
Yeah.
Okay, let's pass the microphone to Ivana. Ivana, can you try to present us in short Imotski Krajina?
Yes, sorry. As Ksenia already said, Biokovo Nature Park, together with Imotski region, are geologically and geomorphologically and landscape unique space of dinaric karst, and we wanted to use all our potentials in both areas for the benefit of the local community. Imotski region is a typical terrain of the high dinaric karst, which is world famous locus typicus as of the specific karst morphology, characterized by lakes, rivers, uplands, caves or pits, sinkholes. And the protected areas include, now I mean on Natura 2000 network, Prološko Blato and Imotski Lake Sky. Both are significant landscapes. And then Vrlika River, which is a special reserve. And then Blue Lake and Red Lake, both are a monument of nature.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yes.
Let's go back we'll ask the gentleman also. Let's handle the microphone to this idea to establish the geopark. Where did this idea come from?
At first, it was born back in 2007, after the nature park Papuk became a geopark, the first one in Croatia. So we talked to our today's host, Mr. Goran Radunic, conservation manager from Papuk, and he told us that he thinks that Biokovo has potential to become a geopark. But we didn't have the base for application back then. So we started many researches about cultural heritage, flora, fauna, and of course geological researches. So we, after 10 years of researching, we published this geological guide through Biokovo Nature Park, and it was the base. At the same time, in Imotski area, city of Imotski and tourist board of Imotski, they started the same idea. So they published, in cooperation with Croatian Institute of Geology, they published this publication also about the geology and cultural and natural heritage of the Imotski region. So by the opinion of the Croatian National Chamber for Geoparks, by our Ministry of Economics and Sustainable Development, they advised us to come together. So for the last 3.5 years, we are working together at the idea of Geopark Biokovo Imotski Lakes, and in 12 days we are expecting evaluators to come.
You're a good theme. I can see it by that.
Yeah, I think so.
About the special features. I heard that you can actually play football on the bottom of this blue lake. Is it true?
Yes. When the blue lake dries up, then the people from the city, from two parts of the city, they formed 2 football teams, and then they played football game down on the bottom of the blue lake. They are elves and werewolves. It is really a big spectacle.
What are the other features which are very special? You have like this human fish.
Yes.
Okay, what else?
We have human fish. Krčevac Spring is only known habitat of human fish. That's interesting. And also Vrljika River and Red Lake are habitats of Imotska gaovica or spotted minnow. It would really take us a long time for enumerate all that species of animals and plants. For example, Biokovo Nature Park is a large place of butterflies, reptiles, birds, and others. And flora and fauna is very rich in our geopark, and also the cultural heritage.
Okay, what about cultural heritage? What can we find over there?
We can find maybe the most important fortifications and the fortress. In Imotski region, we have Topana Fortress above the city, and then tombstones.
Wow.
A lot of locations of tombstones in our geopark.
We have to come and visit.
Yes.
Okay. So, question finally for Hrvoje. This declaration, how will it impact the local community? What do you think?
I think, first of all, with the additional strengthening of the local community effort to develop sustainable tourism, then with the increased awareness of the local population that live in the area of the geopark, that their natural space is important and as a basis for the future sustainable development of this area. Then, of course, tourists coming to the geopark area because it's under UNESCO brand. That's the important. Of course, geotourism is an important feature of the geopark. Then, possibility for the employment of the young people,
local people, yeah,
local people that live in the area of the geopark, because the area is under depopulation. Lots of people are going away. Now we hope with the geopark we can turn around that negative trend, and to make a geopark place where young people want to stay and live and work in the geotourism.
Of course.
Yeah, and of course all the traditional crafts that people do, and in these farms and households to promote them, to make a better living for all the people in the geopark.
Can you please tell me how many, because I cannot imagine, it's a big geopark. How many people live there?
Yes, it's a big geopark.
Yes.
It's 430 square kilometers. And it's about 25,000 people living in the geopark.
people.
Yeah. Mostly in the area around the city of Imotski, around 10,000 people, and on all the surface of the geopark in the 13 municipalities and 3 cities. Yeah,
Okay.
but the biggest number of the inhabitants inside the geopark is around Imotski.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So definitely place to visit and beautiful place to take the Instagram photos. Okay, but I must say that something smells very, very nice from this kitchen. Can you please go with me and check out? Okay, you brought us presents. So many presents. Come with me just behind the kitchen. Okay. Ivana, you can also come here, this place. Okay, try to present, please, because I don't know from which to start, from this big cake.
Yes, you can start with big cake. This is our traditional makarana cake from city of Makarska.
You come from Makarska?
Yes, the public institution is in Makarska.
Okay,
yes,
also,
yes. And this is makarana cake it is made from almonds and lots of spices and eggs, and it is protected by law.
Okay.
Yeah, it is non-heritage culture. It is non-material cultural heritage of Croatia.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you can eat it on the receptions or
yes,
weddings?
they are made for weddings, for Christmas, for Easter, and for all kinds of celebrations. Yes.
Okay.
And here is the other cake. It is called kumpet. Kumpet is made from grape juice, and it is also protected by law.
Mosht.
Yes, it is called mosht. Mosht, yes. So you cook mosht and put some spices in it when it comes to like jam, and then you also eat it on holidays.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, I have to see this. This is great. This is from Imotski, yes?
Yes, this is cake from Imotski region. This is cake
Okay.
from Imotski region, ravioli.
Ravioli, not ravioli. Ravioli.
Yes.
I
Ravioli
tasted a little bit.
smells
Okay.
wonderful because
Yep.
of combination of aroma of almonds, walnuts, prosecco, maraschino, cinnamon, everything.
For weddings.
inside.
Big celebration.
Yeah,
Okay.
housewives from Imotski region prepare them for a special occasion of weddings, big holidays.
Okay,
etc.
so makarana, kumpet, or chupter. Chupter, yes.
Yes, kumpet is called in the coastal region of our Makarska Riviera, but in the hinterland where the Imotski is and city of Vrgorac, they call it chupter.
Chupter.
And in Dubrovnik, they call it mantala. So 3 names for the same thing.
Can the participants try to pronounce chumpet?
Chupter, chupter.
Chupter. Okay. What else do we have? We have some oranges or
yes,
something.
we have some candied oranges or lemon zest from oranges and zest, and here are candied almonds also.
Okay, so many calories
Yes,
inside.
so many
Okay,
calories.
so many.
Yes.
Okay. Well, how do I say something about wines?
Oh, yeah. One of my favorite topics.
Okay.
So here we have 3 wines, but one that I especially want to show, it's from Imotski region. Ivana brought it. It's Kujundjuša. It's this one. It's a white wine made of grapes that grows in the Imotski region. It's really very specific. It grows only on that part of the geopark. So it is our partner, Vinaria Glavota. Glavota, it's partner of our geopark, and it's really great wine. It's white wine. Also, we have 2 more wines from the south side of the geopark, near the coast, on the slopes of the Biokovo. It's called Zlatan Plavac.
Okay.
It's a
We're
red wine.
famous. We're famous, yes.
It's a famous wine, but it's a vineyard. It's on the slopes of Biokovo, so we brought it to show it. Yeah.
Okay,
That's the
thanks to
richness.
you, we will gain right now 5 kilos. Okay, but we have some brochures, and this is a shirt. Yes.
Yeah, this is our new brochure.
Uh huh.
You can see. I'll show you just a second. This is
okay. I'll show you. I'll show you. Can speak. New brochure. Okay.
Which is printed in 3,000 copies.
Okay.
It's about we want to try. We tried to show everything on 20 pages in that brochure.
Okay,
yeah.
if you manage.
And we have also our T-shirt.
Okay.
That is gift for you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Is it large, XL?
Yeah. No, it's female medium. Medium.
Okay.
We have small also.
Medium,
if you,
thank you.
You can try it.
After I ate
all
this,
that.
it will be XL.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, nice logo.
Yeah,
Okay.
we are very proud on our logo.
Okay.
You can see on bigger side, this side, blue sign with those little lines represent lake, the deepest lake
Okay.
in the Imotski region,
It's
and
Red Lake.
Red Lake,
Okay.
yes. And the other sign, gray sign, is represent Biokovo Mountain.
Okay. Okay.
in Biokovo Nature Park.
Oh my God. Thank you so much for this presentation. I hope that you like to sing and dance, because right now we are going to see a video of Bečarac. It's a singing under the protection of UNESCO. Enjoy. So I hope that you enjoyed the video. But here in studio Požega live, I have with me the folklore troupe of Požega. Hello, guys. Hello, ladies. First of all, I like to present the costume. They are so beautiful. So this is the old traditional costume from this area of Požega. So it's made of silk. Also this beautiful scarf, pearls, leather shoes, and socks are from the cotton, yes. And I love this, the earrings, especially Ducati, something that you can only find in this area. But definitely the haircut is beautiful. It's called perčin, with the lovely flowers inside. Okay, so right now you're welcome to sing for us Bečarac. How many? 2, 3 songs? Yes, 3 songs. Go for it.
Slavonija dok ti me traje, Slavonija dok ti me traje, čuvat ćemo tvoje običaje, čuvat ćemo tvoje običaje. Pitaju me kako mi je ime, pitaju me kako mi je ime, šokac ime, a Hrvat prezime, šokac ime, a Hrvat prezime. Šokca gurnio u Savu, šokca gurnio u Savu, zbog Rave izgubio glavu, zbog Rave izgubio glavu. Hodam krivom stranom, hodam krivom stranom, a oj noći šta će biti s danom, a oj noći šta će biti s danom. Jesam večar, nisam neki glinac, jesam večar, nisam neki glinac, skoro pjevam kokićo slavinac, skoro pjevam kokićo slavinac. Aj Berdo, dokle ću te vući, aj Berdo, dokle ću te vući, po 3 dana ne dolazim kući, po 3 dana ne dolazim kući. Si visoko sa planine viče, si visoko sa planine viče, Tamburași este Liza Pice, tamburași este Liza Pice, jesmo da, nego šta?
Big applause. I have to try to do this. You. Okay, thank you so much for being the guest in the studio. I have to say that this singing is under the protection of UNESCO. Thank you so much. Okay, one big applause. Applause. Thank you. It's impossible for me to translate this to you. Definitely. So, dear ladies and gentlemen, we are approaching to the end of this forum, but I will have to go to the kitchen once again right now, because finally we have to talk about the wine and, of course, more about the food. Hello. Zrinka is here with us from the cellars of the Kutjevo.
Yes.
And also Hrvoje. You remember Hrvoje from yesterday?
Hello,
yes.
Mariana.
Once
Hello,
again,
everybody.
you have to cook something new
Yes.
for us. Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
New but old.
New but old. Okay, I'll get back to you, but first, because I'm more interested about wines right
Why?
now. Okay. Hello, Zrinka.
Hello.
Okay. So, first of all, in cellars of Kutjevo, this is what type of wine?
This is the high quality Graševina. This is the, let's say, best wine in our cellar and the best selling wine in our cellar and in this region also.
Should we open?
Yes.
Can you teach us how to do it properly? How to do it to open, how to pour, how to smell, how to be, you know, like a big important person, you know?
I will show you.
Okay. So, it's a very famous white wine. Do you have red wines also in the cellar?
Yes, we have also red wines, but the most famous is Graševina, because wherever you say Kutjevo, everyone will make connection to Graševina. Or if you say Graševina, everyone will make connection to Kutjevo. So this is high quality Graševina, and now I will put it in the glasses.
Okay.
I will start, okay?
Okay. While you're pouring the wine, okay, what are we doing? We're doing sarma.
Sarma.
Sarma is what? Can you try to translate in English?
It's a Croatian winter rolls.
Aha, winter rolls, like spring rolls, but they're winter rolls.
Yes, we have winter rolls here.
Okay,
So,
cabbage rolls.
yes, but sour cabbage.
Okay.
Minced meat, rice, smoked bacon, onions, garlic, ground red pepper, and this is it. Very simple.
So
I'll
the
show
ingredients,
you.
okay.
Yes, the ingredients.
So how do you do it? What was
just
the procedure?
little bit salt.
Salt into the mixed meat, yes.
Minced meat, pepper.
Pepper.
Rice.
Okay.
Bacon. Onion. Just soften it a little bit on vegetable oil. Put it like this. Little bit ground paprika.
One question. Jam is eaten from yesterday, yes.
Really?
We all ate
Do you
it,
enjoy
yes.
it?
Yes, and the cookies. So it's all finished.
And this is it. So mix it.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
Okay.
Like this.
This is a portion for 4 people or more?
It's about 10. So it's
10 people?
10 sarmas. So here in Croatia it's for 2 people.
Okay, 2 people. So you eat it with bread or with potatoes or?
With mashed potato.
Mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes.
So while you're mixing it, okay, with Graševina.
Yes.
So we open the bottle, we pour the wine inside of the glass. Okay.
Yes. First, we check the color and the clearness of the wine, and then we put the nose inside and take it in the mouth. So this wine have notes of the freshness of the citrus aromas and have longness in the mouth. So it is typical for Graševina and for this area. Minerality is also typical for this area because we have the vineyards under the mountain.
Okay. It goes good with meat and
with
fish?
meat, fish, smoked food.
And desserts? Sweets?
Sweets.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, different sweets. I don't believe I must try.
We have to try it. We'll make a perfect lunch with wine, Graševina, and your cabbage rolls.
For you also?
Okay, thank you.
I will try it.
It's a perfect way to end the forum. Okay,
So-
we will right now roll.
Let's roll.
Okay,
yes.
let's roll.
Let's roll.
Let's rock and roll.
So just like this.
Okay.
Put the meat.
one side.
Okay.
1, 2, just spring rolls.
Like spring roll, okay.
Like this, put it here. And this, so I put a little bit of sliced cabbage on the bottom.
Okay, to show to the camera.
Skin from
the pig, yes.
From bacon. It prevents to sarma burnout. And just put a rest of cabbage here. Water to cover sarma, and then put plate like this, so it prevents that sarma lift up when.
Oh,
when
it has to be flat.
Yes, it has to be flat.
So how many hours of cooking?
About 2 hours.
2 hours.
2 hours.
Do we have a time machine today? No.
Yes, of course.
You go already. Oh my God! 2 hours passed,
yes.
but it's still cooking. Yes.
Yeah, it's finished.
Oh, it's finished.
Yes.
Should we put it on some kind of a plate
Yes,
right
of
now?
course.
So we can have a... Yesterday we had papuk breakfast. Today we'll have a perfect papuk lunch. This sarma is very important to us throughout the winter times, but throughout
it's
warm weather, it's not really. You don't eat it.
It's best on
No.
New Year's Day. It's best cure for hangover.
Ah, for hangover after this Kutjevo. But graševina, from graševina you don't get hangover, okay?
No.
Okay. Right now, okay, 1 to 2 pieces will be enough. We don't have mashed potatoes, no?
No.
With us today? Okay. Let me show you. So this plate with this. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the perfect papuk lunch. Sarma, traditional food from this from Croatia. Yes, most
From
of the Croatia.
Slavonia.
From Slavonia, but
Yes.
also we eat it also down on the coast.
Yes.
And also a glass of graševina. It's perfect match. Thank you so far. Thank you, Zrinka, so much for being with us in the studio. Thank you, Hrvoje.
Thank you.
We'll give it to the crew. We'll eat
Yes,
it
of course.
before the end of the conference.
Yes, of course.
Right now, I would like Kristen to come here in the studio with me. Do we have, Kristen, maybe some final comments of this conference?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, of course, now the 5th EGN Digital Forum Papuk edition is approaching the end. But we will have time now for final comments and some information. And first, some information from the hosts, because I guess some of you would like to try to make winter rolls back home.
Cabbage rolls.
Cabbage rolls.
Cabbage rolls,
Cabbage
yes.
rolls. So the receipts will be published on the website or at least on YouTube on Monday. It will be active on Monday. And also the films and that will also be published in YouTube. But for us as the Geopark community, we need to summarize a little bit. And the first thing, usually at this point, we start to talk about the next meeting. Our next meeting was supposed to be in Jeju in December. And as we learned yesterday from Nicholas, that meeting will also be a digital meeting. So we have not decided for or proposed new dates. So we will, as coordinators, look how we will do it. And of course, we have to wait for more information from EGN, because as Nicholas said yesterday, they will come back with information for what kind of meetings that will be included in the digital meeting in Jeju. So also, I would like to ask any of you that have any questions and comments. Is there anything unclear? Anything you would like to say? The time is for you to do it now. We have time for comments and any questions. Somebody is looking at the chat, or I don't know. Or
okay, right. If you're right now writing some comments in the chat forum, we can still watch the last video, Wines of Papuk.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have time.
Greetings from Kutjevo. I am Valentina Silovic, a sommelier from Kutjevo Winery. Kutjevo Winery is the oldest winery in the region, located in continental parts of Croatia called Slavonia. We are recognized around the world by the unique drops of crystal golden Graševina grape variety, but to our visitors we offer much more. A complex portfolio of different labels, different styles, different international and authentic grape varieties, but also a special atmosphere and a special tasting that we organize in the oldest wine cellar in the region that dates from 13th century, this wine cellar. This wine cellar is built in 1232 by Cistercian monks. Graševina grape variety is one of the most celebrated grape varieties in Croatia. Kutjevo Winery can offer you a tasting of plenty different styles of wine, high quality, premium quality, but also aged or Arhaj wines. We have the most famous Arhaj in Croatia that holds and ages 65,000 of aged wine. The oldest bottle is Pinot Blanc from 1947. So, as we said, this winery can offer you history, rich tradition, but also wines that are the most representative wines from this wine region. The wine that we are sending you is one of the most awarded wines from our wine cellar. It is produced from the vineyards and micro-locations situated on southern slopes of Papuk Hills. We pick grapes by hand and we produce only high-quality wine from this grape variety. And they represent our brand, the truest brand of Kutjevo Winery, high-quality Graševina. 13% of alcohol, it's a dry white wine and one of the most awarded wines from Kutjevo Winery. We recommend serving this wine, this dry white wine, from 10 to 12 degrees with cold platters, with aged cheese, but also with white fish and white meat. But in Slavonia region, we like to mix it with everything because we enjoy it immensely. Enjoy wines from Kutjevo Winery, and again, visit us when it's suitable for you, when it's possible. We will offer you an unforgettable experience. Cheers, živjeli.
This very tempting video, I must say. And now, Mariana, you will try to read some comments, and I will try to answer if there are any questions.
I believe there are only comments so far. So we have some comments. Congratulations to all in Papuk. Excellent meeting, and so lovely to see so many aspects of wonderful geopark. Papuk, you exceeded my expectations. A fantastic example of the best practice in hosting a digital forum. Čestitam, this means congratulations in Croatian. Just great, perfect meeting. Congratulations to Papuk team. Warm congratulations to all Papuk UGGP team for this meeting, which was so professional, innovative and fresh. Standing ovations. Congrats to the organizing committee. Oh my God, I think this is it. Okay, thank you for showing us it is possible. You guys have done a big job.
So very easy for me then, no questions to answer or any difficult comments. I would like to take the opportunity to thank especially Tony that has been very busy with taking notes. So I guess we will have some dialogue, Tony, when things are uncertain and things like this. It was also a message from the organizers. As most of you know, the public team sent in before the meeting some presents to the CC delegates. So if there are any CC delegates that haven't yet registered in order to have their gifts, you can still do that. So it's for me now just to say also thank you to all the coordinators of working groups and different fora. Thank you so much to all good colleagues. All of you are so busy. You are so eager to make this network stay active. Thank you so much. I'm very, very proud. For once, I have nothing more to say. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kristen. And right now, let's do something unexpected. Okay, let's turn the cameras and see our crew right now. But I ask you to turn on your microphones and just with a big applause, say if you like our crew. Are you waving? Yes, everybody's waving. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Papuk.
Bravo, bravo. Congratulations. Very good.
Amazing,
Congratulations. Felicidades.
Excellent organization.
Bravo, bravo. We love Papuk.
Okay.
Bravo.
Okay. Thank you very much for this big applause. Thank you, dear participants, dear ladies and gentlemen, for being the part of the 5th EGN Digital Forum. See you next time, hopefully in person. Kind regards from Papuk. Bye-bye.
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 Briefly.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. See you.
Bye-bye.
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 Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Congratulations.
Bye-bye. Thanks.
Yes, bravo. Amazing.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
José, di algo.
Hola, José. Hola, Elena. Me incorporé al final. Un saludo a todos.
Buena. Adiós.
Adiós.
Bye.
Nasviđenje, se vidimo.
Hello, Tony. Pleasure to see you. Hello, Tony. Pleasure to see you.
Nice to see you.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Hello, Babis. Pleasure to see you too. Great job done.
Hello, Marie-Louise.
Hello. Great job done. Really superb. Babis, I don't hear you.
Hi, Marie-Louise.
Hey,
Sorry,
hello,
I'm
Babis.
just talking somebody else. It was really an exciting meeting, and we all could think how it would be if it was physical. We would really enjoy it, but let's hope at least for the spring meeting, at least.
Yes, but best is to see everybody is healthy.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's really great. Margaret, best greetings.
Okay, what did
So
I
we
say?
need to go into the room again.
Yes, it starts again. Another meeting.